Yeah, I think we're good to go. How's it going, everyone? Welcome back. How was your night? Turn that down just a little bit. Yeah, that's good. Um, Everything's set up. Oh yeah, just let me turn that off. Yep, that's good. That's good. There we go. All right. So we're gonna start today with news, since I forgot completely blanked on it yesterday because I was so excited to play 76 with somebody. So yeah, we'll do it today, and then just switch back over to 76 before Lionheart gets out of work. So yeah, so let's get started with another busy week in video gaming. Or yeah, busy week in what is it? Yeah, the world of gaming, I guess. Anyways, I guess we'll start with some channel or some news about the channel. So I switched up the Patreon. I finally took some time and addressed the Patreon. So now there's only one tier. There will always only be one tier, but now there's no other option. So it's less confusing when you go over there, and it is also only $1 per month. So if you can, please, if you can support, please feel free to. Really helps me out a lot. Will help me get better content out quicker and better looking content, all that good stuff. Plus, the usual stuff. You get your name in videos at the end of videos, early videos, early access to all videos, Patreon only videos, all the usual Patreon stuff is on there. So if you can, go check it out. Maybe consider joining and helping me out. Oh, also Discord channels, Q&As when we can, as soon as we have enough people for that. All the stuff that we can do with that, we'll do with that. But yeah, just feel free to check that out. But thank you for all the support. Still, channel's still growing. So yeah, but let's get into the actual news, starting with something that I'm late to the party to. So you've probably heard a lot about this. I'll do my best to cover this as quickly as possible. Activision getting sued, and now I guess suing back Anthony Fantano, a YouTuber, TikToker from the Needle Drop, but he was most famous for his Too Many Slices clip from one of his TikToks. Apparently, Activision used this in a Crash promotion, and he copyright claimed them, had them take it down. I guess went as far as telling Activision that he's had companies pay him a lot of money to get rid of the claim, that type of stuff. And now Call of Duty is suing him back, saying that he can't do that because it is on TikTok's music media library. So once a creator or an artist puts something on either YouTube or TikTok's audio library, any audio library, they waive royalties and licensing and all that stuff so it can be used. And apparently, if he has done this, he's saying he did not himself do upload that clip. But if he is proven that he did know, then he could lose this whole suit because it's free for everyone to use. Now if he does win, then it could cause a lot of problems in the future for content creators, to put it simply, because now people could say, oh yeah, could essentially pull it from the media library at any time and go back and claim anyone that has used it. So it's kind of a big deal. It is kind of a big deal for content creation and music media type, music and media. So we'll see what happens, but it's just tough for Activision. It seems like they cannot catch a break because they finally get bought, or they get bought by Microsoft, and then everyone in the world tries to stop that from happening. They finally get that approved, and now this guy comes after them trying to get a piece of the pie as well. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, just another crazy lawsuit in the American court system. But to some exciting news, if you're an Xbox and Final Fantasy fan, Xbox hinted this week at possibly acquiring a deal with Square Enix to get Final Fantasy on the platform. We do know for sure, it is confirmed that Final Fantasy 14 is coming to Xbox. I don't know if it's going to be Game Pass. I don't because I want to say it is. I read something in here about it being on Game Pass. Coming to Xbox community. A number of Square Enix have recently skipped Xbox. Yada yada. We'll talk about that in a second. So it doesn't say anything about Game Pass, but still, we could finally see Final Fantasy return to Xbox after like I want to say like 10 years. No, my bad. I'm wrong. Because what was it? 15 was on Xbox too, but after a significant time, like maybe 3 or 4 years, 5 maybe, a significant time away, Final Fantasy could be returning to the Xbox, which I'm super excited for because I'm a huge Final Fantasy fan. And when, you know, I used to have Xbox and PlayStations, but then God, was it 13? Or yeah, I think it was 13 that was on an Xbox. So then I was like, oh, cool. And I kept seeing that they were gonna work out a deal with Xbox, so I thought I could stick to Xbox exclusively because then I could have Halo and Final Fantasy on one system. But it turns out that that's not true. That did not happen. So now let's hope this goes through. I'm not really trying to get my hopes up because I've seen this fall through because of Sony before. But like it said, they recently Final Fantasy has been skipping the Xbox. There was, where was that? Oh, I'm too far up. Yeah, have skipped the Xbox, including Final Fantasy Pixel. Don't, you know, that'd be cool to get, but I want the Final Fantasy VII remake, the part 2 of that coming out soon, because we also have Crisis Core. I completely forgot about Crisis Core, but yeah, hopefully this happens. I'm really hoping Phil Spencer can, you know, really get this going and keep it going for a little bit so I can also play 16, which is right over here. But yeah, just something to keep an ear out for in the future. Well, next, Dark Souls is possibly getting a Netflix adaptation, and yeah, people are unsure. I'm unsure about this as well, because if you know Netflix's track record with adaptations, it's not always the greatest. They also have a bunch of other stuff they're working on, like the Far Cry TV series they're trying to do, the Blood Dragon one. But not only that, my big concern is, you know, one of the big things about Dark Souls is the kind of open-ended story where there's a lot of stuff you have to just finish on your own. A lot of NPC quest lines don't get really, well, no, not that, but just the story in general. This is supposed to be taking place over the first game, so I think that's a good time period to set it. I would also like to see a prequel to it that would explain that where we would see what is it, Lothric prior to the events of the first game. But the first game would be kind of cool. I hope they just kind of keep everything open-ended and they don't try to explain too much, because that's one of the better parts of the story, I feel like. But yeah, it's happening. There's no information. I was really hoping to hear that Miyazaki was also going to be working on this. So that was my other big thing, is I hope Miyazaki is going to be involved in this to some extent, because if not, then I'm really concerned, because that's how we ended up with Dark Souls 2. But yep, we will keep an eye out for the trailer and watch that. Well, oh wait, that's going to be a little tricky, but I will try to watch the trailer for that when it comes out. So if you see it before me, let me know. But time to talk about some Madden news. Now, I love football, don't like Madden. Not a big Madden fan, and that's why you've never seen me stream Madden either on YouTube or Twitch. I just don't care for it, and they push MUT so hard. Franchise sucks, and the only thing I ever want to do is a fantasy draft and create my own teams and, you know, play franchise. But that is just not really fun anymore, because you don't pay for that. They don't have a way to farm money off us. But there has been some, I haven't watched this, but there's been some noticeable there's been some noticeable issues with the game overall, but most recently the blocking system, I guess, which apparently they're bragging about improving on, and go figure, it's actually worse. The one thing I noticed was this right here. Like, I've never seen anyone block like this. I guess he might be trying to reach here, but you'd think he'd be trying to grab his, well, no, can you grab their arms? I don't know. I'm not, you know, the biggest know-it-all about football, but that just seems like a very lazy block right there. We'll see. But they also noticed a issue with the cover. I'm not going to pull it up because I'm sure everyone's seen it by now, where the helmet has a bar that just ends abruptly. But let's watch the actual this thing. Oh shit, hang on, give me 1 second. My headset isn't on, it turned off. Alright, here we go. Oh shit, music probably. Probably music. Not really.
We're decisive. All carriers. We're also.
You got me, yeah, but there's still everything. Yeah. Why would he push him like that? Is that it? Him pushing him at the end? That did look a little stupid. Why wouldn't he just keep going forward? Improved blocking systems. The AI didn't know how to block, especially in open field situations. I mean, it kind of looks better. You saw him upfield and blocking, but that end there, you have a good blocking system in place. You probably caught it right away, but didn't skip about second into the video. The first clip shows running back Penny running the ball and looking. It looks that way. Further inspection on the clip shows something rather embarrassing. Downfield at AJ Brown, who completely ignores the block and runs away from the action. Okay, that's what we're looking for. I did not catch that. Hang on.
924. We're decisive.
Is that him?
All carriers.
Can't really see the number.
Also, allows the 924.
And did they say the number? First AJ Brown, but further inspection clip shows rather than just look down at you, who completely ignores the block and runs away from the action. Oh, okay, I see where it is. Yep, alright, hang on. Let's full screen this again. Yeah. Okay, go back a little bit. I see what they're talking about here. So with the, yep, see, instead of going back here to block him, he just runs up here. Yeah, probably could have. Yeah. Well, it's Madden, guys. I mean, they just claim this is just all buzzwords and, you know, just hoopla to get people to buy the game. They didn't really do much of anything. They did as little work as possible. I've been saying this for over 2 years now. But yeah, they just try to make it look good, and I guarantee in game it's gonna look completely different, probably not work nearly as well, and have a bunch of problems. So don't get your hopes up. Just don't buy Madden. That's the best way to go about it. That's all I can really say. You know, shocker that, you know, Madden's fucking it up again, that they're fumbling the ball themselves. But, you know, it is what it is. It's Madden. Until people stop buying it and until they have nothing to brag about outside of the record low numbers that it's made, then, you know, they're going to keep making it, and they're going to do as little work as possible to get people to buy it. So, you know, stop buying it. That's what I've done. Just stop buying it. Stop playing it altogether. Even when it comes to Game Pass Ultimate, don't play it. They also look at those player numbers, and if those are high enough, they'll make another one. I think this was the article that claimed that, like, this is a make or break year for them, and I just, you know, I've heard that so many times throughout my life, and I guarantee you they're going to make one next year. It's not a make or break year for them. It never is. God damn it. Oops, my bad. Let me fix that. It never is a make or break year for them. They have money stockpiled to keep making these games, so, you know, stop buying them. Anyways, Hasbro wants to bring back old Activision Transformers game. This one I thought was kind of funny because the only problem is they can't find them. So according to them, it's a situation where once a company has bought another company and has bought another company and another company and absorbed all these companies, it becomes harder and harder to find these games. So apparently this is just a situation of it's buried somewhere on a hard drive somewhere. They just can't find where or which hard drive it is exactly. This is kind of like the God, who was, I think it was Konami, wasn't it? One of them lost the Silent Hill code, IP code or something like that, so they couldn't they couldn't, when they remade Silent Hill, the HD ports, they had to completely redo them, I think. Something to that effect. I could be wrong there, but it was something to that effect. So I would like to see some of these come back. Fall of Cybertron, Devastation, Rise of the Dark Spark, War for Cybertron. Yeah, you can't get any of those digitally anymore. You gotta find them physically now, because they're lost. They're just completely and utterly lost in Activision's fucking warehouse probably somewhere. But we just reacted to a new one coming out at Comic-Con, and I mentioned how there isn't a lot of good, more adult or teenage to adult themed Transformer games anymore. So that's why they're all lost. It's another situation again. We just talked about what was it, preservation, video game preservation. Well, here it is again. We can't get any of the good Transformer games outside the kid ones made for kids, because they've been lost because of Activision just buying everything, and then Microsoft buying them, and the whole video game industry kind of being a huge predatory buy system. So, you know, maybe that's one of the problems here. But yeah, hopefully they still want to find them. They want to put them on Game Pass. Obviously, with, you know, the Activision buyout happening now, they're really looking for as many games as they can shove onto Game Pass as possible in the near future. So hopefully they can find these. Hopefully they are assigning someone to finding this shit. But yeah, anyways, moving on. A new Kickstarter game is coming out. Now, these are kind of 50-50. We've had a lot of good ones like Hollow Knight. I'm trying to think. What was the other one? Pillars of Eternity. A lot of indie games come out as Kickstarters originally. A lot, you know, to help these kind of smaller developers and get noticed and get the money to make better games and to get them out there. You know, at the very least, get word of mouth out there. They use Kickstarter, and some of these work out, some of these don't. They also give an example of a bad one. I'm sure there's been Mighty Number 9. That was the one. That was the big one. That was a Kickstarter. Made a lot of money. Didn't that break records? I'm pretty sure that broke records, but sadly was not a good game in general. So yeah, this one is a rhythm-based roguelike. What was it? Side-scrolling action game. So it's a big one. It looks, this is the only screenshot I could find. There's no trailer. It looks bright, colorful. It's combining a lot of shit, which is interesting. But what was it? Rotation. It's called Rotation. That's a Ratatatan. Wow, I have no Ratatatan is a new rhythm-based video game concept proposed by the same Japanese developers responsible for the popular Patapon 2D platformer franchise, originally released for the PSP, so probably a while ago. After releasing, it quickly reached its desired funding of $141,000 in just 47 minutes. Has managed the impressive feat of acquiring more than $246,000 from 1,700 backers. Really nice. Hopefully it's a good game. You always like to see games like this, you know, do good on Kickstarter, but hopefully it delivers. And I probably butchered a lot of those lines, so I apologize to the studio. But yeah, we'll keep an ear out for this one too. You know, so hopefully a trailer comes soon and we'll check it out. Let me know if you see one. But yeah, hopefully this will be another good one and not another bad one. But, you know, broke a record, didn't it? Isn't that? Yep. Funny goal almost immediately. Oh, no. Just broke its goal almost immediately. But hopefully that means it's good. If you've seen stuff for it from the Kickstarter, let me know in the comments. Street Fighter 6 tournament, one of the first tournaments probably, was interrupted by one of the mods, actually, or one of the hosts actually had to leave the whole game, the whole tournament, because he left his new Chun-Li mod on, which, you know, come on guys, really? You couldn't at least remember to turn it off? How hard was that? Obviously I can't show the clip, but it's been making its rounds out there. It's yeah, it is just full on, like you know, someone really took their time and probably needs to seek some help for this. Like, not trying to shame anyone or anything, but this might be a little bit too far. And to the person that was playing, like, really, man, how did you not know that? And just, I have so many questions that I don't think I should ask in a YouTube video, but it's hilarious to me. I thought this was pretty funny. And, you know, I thought it's just weird. If you're going to watch the video, be forewarned, you know, yeah, There are no blurs. It's not censored on Twitter or anything if it's still out there. But yeah, it's you're gonna see a lot of Chun-Li. But yeah, just it's a kind of a hilarious clip because they have to cut the feed. Well, not cut the feed, but transition out of it. But they kind of show it for a little bit too long because it kind of seems like everyone's just like, wait a fucking minute. I don't want to go too much into it, but it's fun. It's funny. It's funny as hell, and it's just like the modding world needs to get some help, maybe. Yeah, maybe get some help. That was too much of Chun-Li. Moving on to the last story, and another pretty funny one, but in a good way this time, not a creepy and kind of gross way. A player has beaten Elden Ring, and he's done this before, but he's beaten the game without taking a hit with a saxophone, not with a controller. You can kind of see it right here. It's a like toy saxophone. It's probably, or an electronic saxophone is probably more accurate, but he's mapped the controls to it. He's done this before for every FromSoft game, including the remake of Demon's Souls. I don't know about the original Demon's Souls, but it does say the Demon's Souls remake right here. Bloodborne, Dark Souls, all that stuff. Yeah, so Dr. Decomposing, yeah, on Twitch, apparently this is what he does, and he's really good at it. This is wild to me. I've been struggling on this game since it came out, and this dude is beating it on fucking instruments, musical instruments. Let's see the little clip of it. God damn it, hang on. Fucking headset, I always forget that. Oh god, and I struggle with these things with a controller. I could not imagine doing it. Whoops, god damn it. I could not imagine doing it with a goddamn toy instrument. Oh my gosh, and then he's just using pots, no armor. Okay, thanks, YouTube or browser. Oh, okay, there you go. Hang on, we're gonna restart this. My bad. This is just stupid. Oh, that's rad again. Okay, never mind. I thought that was the quality was so bad, never mind. Either way, yeah, see, in the lower corner you can see how it's mapped out. Oh, does he know some kind of trick to do a bunch of damage with that setup with the things? Wow, like no stats. This is just ridiculous. Mad props to the dude, mad props. I'm not trying to disrespect or anything. It's just one of those things that I see and I'm just like, god damn it. Why you gotta demasculate, why do you gotta demasculate me like this, doctor? Making me feel like a bitch here. I haven't even done this shit, and you're doing it with a goddamn... Yeah, wow, look at the damage output. So is him, like, blowing into the instrument, how he attacks? Yeah, it looks like that's R2. I am just so... Yeah, that's mad. That's just mad. That's just madness. Yeah, he deserves all the praise in the world for this, you know, because that is wild. You've seen no-hit runs. Well, we have also seen someone do it with just her feet. She just had a, like, DDR dance pad. So now we're moving into instruments. Again, game's still pretty new. We haven't even got the first DLC pack, if there's ever going to be one, now that we have Armored Core in like a few weeks. But still, you know, yeah, it's not, the game's not that old, so how much crazier does it get from here is the question. But that will cover everything this week. So if you are watching on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you consider subscribing as the channel is growing. If not, maybe liking, you know, both only take a second, just a small click. It really helps me out a lot in the algorithm and reach more people and grow. Don't forget, all my links are down below to keep up with me. Patreon is only $1 a month below, like I mentioned before, so get all the good stuff over there. Get your name in videos, early content, Discord servers, all that type of stuff. So, you know, go check it out. Yeah, other than that, you know, leave a comment maybe with any feedback, and I think that will be everything. So enjoy your day, and hopefully I will see you back here real soon. YouTube live people, if anyone is watching, with one other person, I will be right back. I'm gonna end the stream for a little bit, get things switched over, just because otherwise it seems to fuck with OBS. So I'm gonna kind of try to make it as little stressful as OBS as possible, since we're going to be playing quite a lot of 76 today. So just give me a quick second, maybe go get something to drink or eat and get ready, and yeah, I will be back shortly. Yep, see you soon.